Oh, what a day! What a lovely day! Mad Max Fury Road, released in 2015, directed by George Miller, starring Tom Hardy and Charlize Theron. This film is an action classic. It's a simple there and back again story, but the beauty of this movie lies in its execution. It has compelling characters. There are key performances from Charlize Theron, who is a revelation as Furiosa, and Tom Hardy, who gives a subtle and understated performance as Max that lives up to Mel Gibson's portrayal. The characters have clear motives that really drives the plot and makes us care about them. This is an action film. There's carnage, there's mayhem, and that usually serves to create a confusing mess, but not in Mad Max. It's chaotic, but it's clear, and that's why this film works. It could so easily have come unhinged at any point, but it doesn't, it stays focused. This is in no small part down to the directing, choreography and editing decisions that were made when creating this masterpiece. The perceived chaos really helped to capture that sense of madness that you feel throughout. They use nice little techniques like when they sped up the frame rate. It's really old-fashioned, but it's a throwback to the original Mad Max films, which were very corny, but also very fun. And this does away with that corniness and really ramps up the fun factor and does stay true to the spirit of the original films. You have the inclusion of the pole vaulters, and that is really happening. These people are really swinging from vehicle to vehicle. You have the guitarist who is attached by bungee cords to this giant stack of amplifiers, shredding his guitar, spewing flames everywhere. It's not fuel efficient given their circumstances, but they are terminal crazies, so what can you do? This all served to add to that sense of insanity, and I felt like I was going insane watching this film. Mad Max Fury Road is fantastically well paced. There are lulls between the carnage, but they're not boring. They aren't just compulsory breaks for exposition you find in your dumb summer blockbusters. They are tense, they are subtle, they build on the characters and add to that menace. It feels absolutely relentless and it's absolutely gripping. Fury Road also has wonderful visuals. It's full of practical effects, real stunts, and the CGI is spot on. All of this really helps to make you think that Furiosa, Max and Nuts are in constant danger in their fight to survive. It's a gutsy film, and in keeping with the spirit of the originals, it's not at all politically correct. George Miller made some interesting choices, such as the disturbing cesarean scene. It's all very gruesome, but you don't see that in Hollywood very often. It's not the norm, and I just love that grittiness. I also love that underpinning this macho, adrenaline-fueled film, you have a really strong feminist subtext. This undercurrent juxtaposes the machismo perfectly, and helps to add multiple layers and depth to this movie. You have the gorgeous brides in their gruesome chastity belts, you have the Amazonian-esque tribe of older women who end up siding with Max and Furiosa. And then there's Furiosa herself, who is tough and determined. And it's her story that we follow through the eyes of Max. I think this really worked, and it really acted as a counterpoint. I wouldn't buy into the pseudo-political debates surrounding feminist issues that people took from this movie. It's just a film, guys. It's just a film. This is an adrenaline-fueled ballet across the post-apocalyptic wastes and across the silver screen. It's wonderful. You've just got to see it. Final verdict? 10 out of 10. Gold standard grade. This film is a flawless landmark of the action genre. The only thing preventing this from being platinum is that I don't believe it will resonate and influence like some of the all-time classics, and it lacks their impact. Although this has had a very wide appeal and universal critical acclaim for an action film. You never see that. It's even been nominated for an Oscar for Best Picture. I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say that this is one of the best action films of all time. Of all time. It's definitely one of the best action films of the decade. It is my top rated film of 2015. And you've just got to see it. 10 out of 10 rating on IMDb, gold standard grade of film, and that's my final verdict. I've been Smart Alec, goodbye for now, and until next time.